What's up, wrestling peeps? Mia Garcia here, Miss Money in the Bank, back with a new prediction video for Fastlane. That is this Sunday. I have the WWE Network, so I am pretty excited for this. And it's the road to WrestleMania, so let's get started on the prediction video. Before I start off with my predictions, I just want to make a shout out to my good friend Fardeel Ahmed. He's cool and he makes gameplay videos. He's 14 years old. And what we did is kind of this shout out collab. And he basically asked me, who would you want to see in a match for WWE 2K16? So I said, how about we have Daniel Bryan, Sin Cara, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, Cesaro, and Tyson Kidd. And may I remind you, all these guys are injured. Well, except for Daniel Bryan, he retired. But all these guys are injured, so what would happen if we put them in a Money in the Bank match at Fastlane? And if you would want to see how that match would go down, just check out this clip real quick and go ahead and subscribe to him.
And he falls hard. I don't like how slow he is to... Oh my gosh! One hit the mark. Well, we're on the move here.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
Well, I don't blame him. Keep the action inside the ring. That's where you're going to win this thing. Uh-oh.
This is a level of destruction.
Again, so go check out Fardeel's video and subscribe to him. Now on to the predictions. Okay, so I have the list on my laptop here of everybody that's going to be wrestling at Fastlane. So Intercontinental Championship, Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler. To be honest, I think Kevin Owens is gonna win. I'm not sure why they're making Dolph Ziggler. I mean, I believe that wrestling is fixed. I believe it's real. Okay, so how do I put it? It's fixed, but they do take the hits and they do get injured. It's not just all like fake. Anyways, just to get that out of the way. I don't know why they're making Dolph lose so much. I'm just like, he was on top and he's had tons of Intercontinental Championships, and that's another reason why I think he's probably not going to win. If he does, that'd be cool, but then I'm just like, where are they going to go with that? Because Kevin Owens just became champion from Dean Ambrose, and I will talk about Dean losing his title in a little bit, but actually more like towards the ending of the video, save the best match for last. But they make Kevin Owens the champion, and in my eyes, I'm like, that's boring. Kevin Owens is a good wrestler, but I don't like him like most people. And also, he cannot talk on the mic. Like, I would think that NXT would have him talk more and do more promos. And I see, like, Breaking Ground, how much they have to practice on that kind of thing. But still, I'm just like, it always seems like he talks really slow and he doesn't know what he's going to say next, and his threats are really bad. Well, enough ranting about him, but I think Kevin Owens is going to win because they keep making Dolph lose to Kevin Owens. Yeah, it just seems like one of those, okay, we're having this match again. Oh well. Next match is Divas Championship match, Charlotte versus Brie, and to be honest, again, I think Charlotte's gonna win. I mean, Brie could win. I'm a Bella fan. I want Brie to win, but I think Charlotte's gonna win because Brie, I don't know if you noticed, but on Raw, it's usually the last person to get the last laugh, usually loses their, I'm messing up here, usually loses at the pay-per-view. And in this case, Brie got the last laugh, so it just kind of seems like, you know, she's gonna lose. But who knows? Brie has a lot of things. They're kind of hyping her up, you know, saying how Daniel Bryan retired and how Brie is I can't talk today. And how Nikki is injured, not Brie, how Nikki is injured and how it's just giving more motivation for Brie to win the title. So I think it'd be really cool if Brie won the title, but then again, I think Charlotte's gonna win just because they're giving Charlotte more of a push, but I still think this is gonna be a great match. Alright, Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks versus Naomi and Tamina. I definitely think Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks are going to win because they're trying to give the NXT girls more of a push, Divas Revolution. And I don't know. I think it's going to be a good match. I think it's a good match set up. Give Naomi and Tamina more TV time because it seems like they can wrestle and they were part of this Revolution thing, but they didn't have a lot of TV time when it came to like the whole PCB. I don't even know what their name was. I was just like Paige, Becky, and Charlotte. You know, that whole breakup thing, how Paige like turned on them and then Charlotte turned on Becky, and it just seemed like they put Team Bad to the side, and then they broke Team Bad up because everybody was like, okay, Sasha is gonna get more TV time, we want her to eventually be the champion and stuff, and you have this tag team. But I just thought it was a bad way that they broke up the tag team, because I feel like they do this a lot. They break up the tag teams in the wrong way. It seems like they're just trying to be like, okay, we need to break you guys up, but we're not going to do it clever. We're just going to say, this is the reason why, and you're broken up. Sometimes they don't even tell you the reason why. They're just like, he has to go heel, you're going to be face, and you might have a feud. But again, I think Sasha and Becky are going to win just because more of the push, you know. I can't really say how they're going to win, but I know it's going to be good. The New Day to appear on the Cutting Edge Peep Show. I think that's just going to be pure entertainment. That's not even a match. I was surprised I just read that. But I think it's great because you got the New Day, one of the top tag teams right now. And then you have Edge and Christian that were on top in their day. And the Collision seems really great. It would actually be kind of an interesting match, except the fact that Edge can't wrestle anymore. But I think it's just going to be entertainment, and by the time it goes down, I believe that Edge and Christian are probably going to take the New Day down, just because I think that's what everybody wants to see. But I'm a huge New Day fan and an Edge and Christian fan, so entertainment-wise, I think it's going to be funny, and hopefully we get to hear a few crack jokes on the New Day, and who knows, maybe the New Day can crack some jokes on Edge and Christian. And yeah, again, I'm surprised I just read that because that's not even a match. Okay, so I'm gonna cut some of these matches down. We're gonna do the United States Championship, AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho, and Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns. I'm gonna cut out the Ryback and Wyatt one. So, United States Championship match, Kalisto versus Alberto Del Rio, 2 out of 3 falls match. I think this is a good setup because they're giving Kalisto a push. They're really trying to build up the people. They're really trying to build up the superstars, especially since we have Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, Cesaro, Tyson Kidd, all these people injured, and John Cena included, injured, so they're really trying to give these superstars a push, and I'm glad they're giving Kalisto a push. I was surprised when he became United States Champion, because I'm like, wow, they're really trying to do something here. And then he lost it. I don't think Sin Cara is going to turn on Kalisto, just because Sin Cara's already been on his own, and he went back to NXT to be in this tag team, and they did really good, so it'd be weird for them to break up the Lucha Dragons, so I don't think Sin Cara is going to turn. It's hard to say who's going to win. I don't want Alberto Del Rio to win. I want Kalisto to win. But, I don't know. The League of Nations could always interfere and, you know, cheat. And then, you know, Kalisto could just win just because he's getting good. And, to be honest, I feel like Alberto Del Rio doesn't have many moves. I know my dad says this all the time, but he does like the same moves over and over, and I wish they would bring back the arm breaker, you know. See, that was entertaining, but I don't know. It's hard to say. It could go either way. Kalisto could just win on his own, or the League of Nations can cheat, but then, you know, when I'm saying cheat, I don't mean like, oh, Kalisto still holds on to his title. I mean they cheat, the referee doesn't see it, and Alberto Del Rio wins. And to me, that would make sense because I don't think Kevin Owens is going to lose. Charlotte, I think she's going to win. But again, I don't know. She could win or lose. And I'm just like, not many title changes, you know, in pay-per-views. Unless if it's like Night of Champions. But besides that, after you see all the title changes, you're like, okay, that person can't lose because there's too many title changes. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. I'm interested in this match. I've known who AJ Styles is since I started watching wrestling. And, funny story, real quick, Ringside Collectibles, I would look at all the action figures and I'd go through like the name, because you can select through the name. Sorry, it's just looking at my TV. So, through the names, and AJ Styles would be one of the top people, and I'd be like, well, who's he? And I'd be like, oh, TNA. Well, no wonder, I don't watch TNA. But, I mean, there was so much rumor about him being in the Royal Rumble, it was like everybody knew. But I think this is a good match because you have the young, young talented that was in TNA, and everybody was thinking, is this guy ever going to come to WWE? And then you have Chris Jericho that's been in the WWE for a very long time, and them like colliding. I think it'd be good, but I'm just kind of like, they need to hype it up more. Like, they really need to hype it up more. Instead of Chris Jericho having this ego like, oh, AJ Styles beat me on his first match. Like, I hate how they do this because Fandango beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania in his first match. Why? I mean, I get it. So Chris Jericho wants to help some of the younger people out and give them a push. Keep using that word all the time. Give them a push, but I'm just like, he doesn't need to do that. He's like a legend, future Hall of Famer. And I really want Chris Jericho to win because I'm just like, I mean, AJ Styles is cool and all, but I mean, Chris Jericho's been in it longer, and I don't know, I just don't want to see Chris Jericho lose to AJ Styles. Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. I like how Dean almost did dirty deeds onto Roman Reigns at Raw, and is his way of saying, I'm not turning on you, but I want the title. So don't think that we're just like buddies. And Roman got that very clear. He's like, okay, I got you. But this is hard to say. It's almost like the Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Seth Rollins at the Royal Rumble match. But this is not for the title. So Dean could win. Because he got his Intercontinental Championship gone. And that kind of, because before you were like, well, how are they going to make Dean win when he's the Intercontinental Champion, and then he'd be going for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship? You know, people have done that, but they don't do that very often anymore. So it kind of makes you think, well, I don't think Dean's going to win. But now that they've taken that title from him and give it to Kevin Owens, it's just like, is Dean gonna win? Or are they just trying to get our hopes up? And I think Roman wants this really bad because, I mean, that was his title. He just lost his title. Brock Lesnar, Suplex City, dominates. That's the thing about Brock Lesnar. You think it's gonna be a normal match and it's gonna be even until you watched his match with John Cena and he dominated the whole entire time. And you're just like, wow, everything that Paul Heyman and the few words that Brock Lesnar said are true. So then you're here like, oh, wait, Suplex City. But the thing about Roman and Dean is they don't give up. Dean literally faced off, or sort of faced off. Brock Lesnar just got up in his face like, oh, you trying to threaten me? I'm so scared. But, I don't know, it's really tough to say. I can't say who will win because the odds seem even. Even though Dean is compared a small guy to Roman and Brock, he still gives it all. And I don't know, it's a triple threat. I'm super excited. And I don't know. I can't say who wins. You tell me. Put a poll right here. Poll? I don't know what it's called. You pick. Who do you think's gonna win? Because it's tough to say. I mean, it's Dean, Roman, and Brock. Guess we'll just find out. Don't forget to check out my friend Fardeel's video Again, he does a lot of gameplays. It's not just WWE, he does other games too. So go check him out. Tell him that I sent you guys. And yeah, Mia Garcia signing off. And I'll see you later. Peace.